Children, why have you joined the meeting late today? Siddharth? What is happening? The mics are not connected. Daksh, can you hear me? Daksh?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Daksh. Can you hear me better?
Yes, ma'am.
Why have you people joined late today?
The class was going on.
At what time the class got over? Let everyone join and we'll begin with them. Okay. Please be ready with your books, children. What is happening? Kids? Yes, children, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible properly?
Yes, ma'am. Now.
I don't know why people are not able to join.
Every day they will have.
Is it happening in other classes as well?
Sometimes.
So it does. Yesterday also I kept on waiting so that I can get your that. What do we call? Your project. But yesterday also I did not get anyone. Nobody sent me their project yesterday. Why? Tell me quickly. Give me reasons. Hurry up, one by one. Daksh, begin.
Ma'am, which project?
Which project? I told you to record a video of yours, right? Record an audio, a video of yours, and tell me about the media, right? The growing role of social media in our life. Where is that? Daksh? Utkarsh, you said
No, I
that
will send you today.
yesterday also said the same thing. Tell me, beta. Yesterday also said the same thing. When will I be getting it? Utkarsh?
Today finally.
Utkarsh, will I get your project?
Ma'am, on your personal number or on group?
Group. Lakshya?
Ma'am, today.
Shaveen? So children, without wasting more time, let's get back to the class. So children, yesterday we read about the role of media, right, in democracy. We're doing this
Yes,
thing
ma'am.
yesterday, right,
So
kid?
they will start media ethics and accountability.
Hmm. So we have to start from, yes, the we have to
Media
start.
ethics and accountability.
This topic is censorship one we have completed
Sorry, ma'am. This ma'am paragraph.
in general, the last paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Of a different angle of the same story. This.
So shall we start?
Yes, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any doubts in any previous topic?
No, ma'am. Your voice is not coming.
Beta, can you hear me?
Now. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So yes, Daksh, please read from usually the same news events.
Usually, the same news event is covered differently in various newspapers. It is possible that each newspaper presents a different angle of the same story. This will mean that the media is independent and can cover a news event in any way that it feels is appropriate. But in reality, media is not completely independent. Two reasons can be attributed to this. One is the control that the government has on the media, and second is the influence of the people who has owned the media. The government on its parts can prevent either unused items or scenes from movie shows, lyrics of a song from being shared with the people. This is called censorship. There have been instances in the history of India where the government has taken steps to censor the media. In general, however, the government confines itself to the censorship of films. The media's coverage of news is not really controlled by the government. Despite the absence of censorship, the media
Stop
sometimes
here, Daksh.
fails.
Stop. First one is it is not confined by the censored by the government, not controlled. Okay,
Ma'am, two questions can be framed from the paragraph.
thank you. So yes, first they said that usually the same news event is covered differently in various newspapers, right? Various newspapers covered the same news and that too in different manner. We saw that this is the activity also given to us on the back page, like where they told us to read the news articles from the same news article from two different newspapers and we'll find difference in that, right? They said it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That is what they're saying here again that usually the news event is covered differently in various newspapers, and it is possible that each newspaper presents, yes, each newspaper uses a different angle of the same story, right? It happens a lot of time that one story has been discovered or been displayed with different angles, different ways, right? So this is would mean that India, like media, is independent and can cover news event in any way that it feels appropriate. This only shows us that yes, media is independent and it can always showcase a movie with the way they want to, right? But in any way that it feels, but in reality, that feels quite inappropriate, right? Why?
Your voice is not coming. Yes, ma'am.
Lakshya, are you able to hear me? Lakshya and Abhishek, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Daksh, now can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Now.
Right. So basically, they're saying that In reality, the media is not the same. The media is not completely independent if we look at the reality on the reality grounds. Right? So, in reality, media is not completely independent. And the two reasons from this can be taken that one is the control that government has on the media, and second is the influence of the people who owns the media. Right? The government controls the media, but similarly, the people who are owning this, they controls it. Right? Now, the government has, yeah, one is the control that the government has on the media, that is known as censorship, and the second is the influence of people who own the media. So these are the two things that shape the news and the ideas which the news people are presenting, right? The government on its part can prevent either news item or scenes from movies, shows, lyrics of a song being shared with the people, and this is called censorship. I think we discussed a bit about it yesterday, did we?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is censorship? Tell me.
Balance report.
Huh?
We have
Not
discussed
bad.
about balance report.
No, it doesn't mean a balanced report. It means the report censorship means that if the government is finding a media inappropriate, if they're not finding it appropriate to be telecasted, to be publicized because everybody will be seeing it, that is when the government bans few things, censor, right? I told you the Padmavati example. Did I tell you?
No, ma'am.
You have seen the movie called Padmavat.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
You haven't even heard of it.
Ma'am, I have
Yes,
heard.
ma'am.
So the name of the movie, you know what was the original name of the movie?
No, ma'am.
Don't know.
The original name of the movie was Padmavati. What was it? Padmavati,
Padmavati.
Ma'am, I wear Padma.
right? It was Padmavati, but then later on, people started protesting over it that no, she's a queen, you cannot portray her like that, you cannot use her name like that. So the censor board has to remove the I from Padmavati and they made it Padmavat. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what the censorship does means, and this is what the censor board does. They remove all sorts of inappropriate words or media from the movie so that it can be seen by all. Right? Now there have been instances in the censorship of steps to censor the media. Right? And the question comes like how the government has taken steps to censor the media. How can they do it? If they cannot do it directly, if they'll do it directly, then they'll become the culprit because they say that okay, they are just bribing the media to say truth for them or say good things about them and this and that, right? So they cannot even do that. Now let's see what can they do. Utkarsh,
Okay, ma'am. In general, however, the government confines itself to the censorship of film. The media's coverage of news is not really censored by the government despite the absence of censorship. The media sometimes fail to present a balanced story. This can be because it does not consider of all the facts. Also, the media can sometimes fall under the influence of one dominant view or the other, and therefore their finding and reports can be based
can
or
be biased,
inclined to
not based, biased.
cer- biased or inclined to certain opinions and present pres now what is this
Perspective,
perspective, thereby influencing public opinion.
right? So in general, the government confines itself, right? The government confines itself to censorship of films, right? They do censorship only on the films. The government cannot put censorship on the media. Why is it so? Who will tell me? Why is it like that?
Ma'am, what?
Please
Why
repeat.
the government cannot do the censoring thing on the media? Why can they only do it on movies?
Because it is not owned by the government.
Movies are also not owned by the government. Tell me now. Even movies are not owned by the government. Right? No idea? Shall I
No,
tell?
ma'am.
Fine. So
Yes.
it's so because movies are something which are watched by all the citizens of India, and the government wants to maintain the decorum of the country. That is why they do not want the citizens to see such a thing, which is inappropriate, right? This scene should not be watched by the children or something like that, right? And if there are a lot of cuss words, then they also remove that as well from the story, right? They do not want any grounds for any sorts of no, you say protest or something like this. Now, despite the and they do not do this on the media because media is basically telling us about the government only, what the government is doing, what the government has done, what the government has not done. So, if the government will get the right to use censor board for media as well, then we'll never get to know about the faults of the government. Because then it can be possible that they'll not even allow the media to showcase the negative points. Can it be possible, children?
No, ma'am.
Yes, it can
No,
be.
ma'am.
Yes, it is possible. If you allow them to do censorship on media, the government will never allow the media to post anything against them. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
It is right. Okay. So, despite the absence of censorship, the media sometimes fails to present a balanced story. All the media is not having any censorship or anything like that. Now, the media should be providing us a no a balanced and individual or no a non-biased story. But still, we are not getting that right. And this can be because it does not consider all the facts. It's because the newcomers and everybody did not know about all these things about the media, right? And maybe because the media does not know all the facts. Also, the media can sometimes fall under the influence of one dominant what group, right? So at times it is also like that media becomes a part of a dominant group, right? Now, also this can be caused because to the height, right? This can be because it does not consider all the facts. Also, the media can sometimes fall under the category of influence of one's dominant. Somewhere it feels as if you have accepted children like a military, right? And not like a free citizen. Okay. So this was a fear. If the people are going to go like this, then there are chances of them being caught, right? So now also, the media can sometimes fall under the influence of one dominant view or the others, and therefore, right? Therefore, judgment is called, right? Here, any doubts?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No,
Please go
ma'am.
through this quickly. Please go through till here quickly, then we'll start the next topic. Hurry up, children. Go through till here.
No, ma'am. No doubt.
Very good, Daksh. Anyone else? Utkarsh,
No, ma'am.
Jasmine,
No doubt, ma'am.
shall we come to the next topic then?
Yes, ma'am.
I was saying that there is local media also. It is written in
Then,
case study.
what?
There is local media also.
Hmm?
There is local media also.
Yes.
It is written case study.
We'll read about it. So we have done this much. Now we have to come about the ethics, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute, children. We have to talk about the ethics now, and now the picture is not opening.
Can I send you?
Please send it to me. I don't know why is it not opening. It opened. Ready. Right? So media ethics and accountability. Utkarsh, give it a read. What is the meaning of first? We'll read.
Yes, ma'am.
First, tell me what's the meaning of ethics.
Ma'am, don't know.
Ethics means the way they should be conducting themselves. Ethical values they must be having. Right? I need to stop the share and
Okay,
share
ma'am.
it so that this thing can be gone. Only 4 children are present today in the class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just let me note this.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me note this down. Yes. Okay. So ethics refers to the ethical value which these people are supposed to have or follow, right? Now, the media we must remember plays an important role in getting the agenda that decides which news items are worthy, right? Worthy of paying attention and which are not, right? It is basically what? It is basically the media which tells us that yes, this reports or these cases are important to pay attention on, these are not much important. Like for example, during the time of corona last year, what happened? What all things were happening in society, in the country, all over? Please tell me.
Ma'am, social distancing.
Social distancing. So, three. Rest we also had people were dying, right? People were dying. People were dying. People were being displaced. You saw many people walked on foot from Mumbai to their house, from here and there, right? Still, instead
Ma'am.
of showcasing this in the news, the media houses were busy showing like, okay, this actress or actor has been washing utensils. Okay, this happened to Amitabh Bachchan, this happened to Shah Rukh Khan, and this and that. Was it right? Was it more important back then?
No,
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
Very good. It was not at all important. What they should be telling us at that point of time, they should have been telling us about how the common people in India is suffering. What is
Cases.
the problem? How can we help them? What are the cases increasing? But leaving all this, they were more worried about the celebrities, which was absolutely wrong, right?
Ma'am.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
Ma'am, if I meant to I beat.
Hanji? Yes, Utkarsh?
Ma'am, that's what was saying.
Ma'am, nothing, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Right. Similarly, during these farmers' protests right now, which were happening,
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
my voice is not coming.
I'm coming.
Oh, ma'am, your voice is not coming.
What is happening?
Hello.
Jasmine, can you hear me? Jasmine, can you hear me? Lakshya,
Yes, ma'am.
can you hear me, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Utkarsh, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Then Daksh, beta, there is some problem here from your end. Okay, Daksh? Okay.
Okay,
Daksh,
ma'am.
yeah. So yes, similarly, Abhi, when the farmers' protests were happening all around the country,
Yes, ma'am. They showed only the farmer.
what?
They showed only the farmer protest.
You did not show all this, no? They showed about it, but after a time, when Shah Rukh Khan's son went to jail, right? They forgot about the farmers' protest. They forgot about what was happening to the farmers. The farmers were being brutally treated by the government and the police. Okay, and they did not pay attention to it. They were just showcasing about, okay, now Shah Rukh Khan's son has eaten breakfast in the jail. Now he has done that in the jail. This and that. So they are not selling us news. They are just also through news. They want to sell us entertainment, which is right or wrong.
No, ma'am.
Wrong.
Which is
Wrong.
completely wrong.
Wrong.
It is not the
Wrong.
duty. That's not the duty. The duty is to provide us the important information about the country, not about particular celebs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
In foreign, ma'am, the most good channel is BBC.
Yes, Daksh.
Most good channel is BBC.
What?
Ma'am, BBC.
BBC, right? Okay. So yes, Daksh, read about the media ethics and accountability. No, Daksh
Okay,
will
ma'am.
read. Daksh
The
will read.
media.
Oh, stop, stop,
Yes,
stop.
ma'am.
Daksh will read. Daksh will read. Yes, Daksh, you read.
Yes, ma'am. Media ethics and accountability. Accountability. The media, we must remember, plays an important role in setting the agenda that decides which news item are worthy of attention and which are not. They help in shaping our opinions, and it is the media which brings to light issues that require our attention. For example, the media recently drew our attention towards global warming. Most of the newspaper and magazines highlight reports of present data on the rising level of seas and the melting of the glaciers at a rapid rate. The areas that are most pro- prone to, to such changes have been covered in the reports. This information has helped us in focusing on an issue that affects our lives. We may have failed to take notice of it had it not been for a media reporting in a big way. However,
Stop,
uh,
stop, stop, Daksh.
at a
Right? So, as Raksh read, the media, we must remember, plays an important role in setting the agenda that decides which news items are worthy of attention and which are not. Right? It is the media only which helps us to decide that yes, this news is worthy of watching and this is not. Right? Because it depends upon the way they are presenting it. If obviously if they're presenting something 24 into 7 on the news channels, then obviously people will think that yes, this is something important. That is why they must be showcasing it again and again, and the people will watch that and form opinions on that, right? Now they help in the media help in shaping our opinions and thoughts, right? It helps to shape our opinions and thoughts about a particular topic, right? They help, and it is a media which brings to light issues that require attention, right? Whatever issues are happening, and if our attention is required for that, it is the media only which helps us with that, which takes us, which makes us aware of such issues. For example, media very recently drew our attention towards global warming. And we all know that global warming is not just a local or national threat. No, it's a threat for the entire world, right? Global warming is a threat
Yes,
for the
ma'am.
entire world. What do you think? Global warming is
Yes,
going to.
ma'am.
Yes, Beta.
Um,
Yes, Daksh.
are you saying something?
You were saying something on that.
Your voice is not coming.
Daksh, if it is the case, please try to leave and join the meeting again. Poor Sushant is trying to join the meeting from such a long time, but he's not able to join. I don't know why. He's trying a lot, but he's not able to join only. Many of the people are not able to join.
The next chapter is also very easy.
I don't know why a lot of people are not able to join the meeting today. Like Sushant, Siddharth, and a lot of people are not able to join.
And from some days the net is not going good.
Right. So yes. Just let me tell the children to keep trying it. Sushant has joined. Would he join? No.
No, ma'am.
Fine. I've told him that we are allowing him. Okay. So yes, if we talk about global warming, children, then global warming is not affecting only one nation or one city or one state. It is affecting the entire world alike.
World.
So if just imagine, had it not been the media, we wouldn't have been able to know that yes, even the even the ozone layer has have had a hole in it or something like that. We would not have been able to know that. So most of the newspaper and magazines highlight reports or present data on the rising levels of seas and melting of glaciers at a rapid rate. What do you mean by glaciers, children?
What?
What do you mean by glaciers?
I'm a big piece of ice.
We also call them rivers of floating ice, right? Okay.
A large chunks of ice.
Large chunks of ice, right? Okay. So they show us, they tell us about the things which are happening, like right the info and that the glaciers are and melting. Okay, what do you think will happen? What is the problem of the rising levels of seas and melting of glaciers? What is the harm with this?
And it may cause floods.
It may cause floods, right? So this information has helped us in focusing on an issue that affects our life. With all this information, we could focus on global warming. We can get to know that okay, it is affecting our lives, so that we can also take some measures and preventions whichever we can. Right? We may have failed to take a notice of it. If it had not been the media reporting it in a big way. If the media wouldn't have been reporting it like this, then we would have been not able to. Then we would have not been able to be aware about these issues. Poor guy, he's trying so much, but these people are not able to join. Oh, finally,
4 minutes. Ma'am, now it is joined.
finally he has joined, but now mic is not connected. Okay, so
Only 4
however,
minutes.
he's trying. Only you two are there, in the meeting. Everybody has been
Now, ma'am,
discussing.
he is.
Sushant, can you hear me? Sushant, am I audible to you, beta?
You can type in chat box.
So let's begin. Yes, Sushant, can you hear me? Okay. So, however, at a number of places, the media has failed to fulfill its responsibilities. At many places, the media, even after trying so hard, is not able to fulfill its responsibilities. It is increasingly reporting instances that are of trivial importance while ignoring the greater issues at hand. Like I gave the example of Corona times, that they are showcasing those issues, those reporting those issues which are of not much importance, and they're ignoring the issues which are of great importance, right? Such as where is the PM fund, where is the PM care fund, such as how many people have got vaccinated, such as how many cases are actually in the country. So they are not paying attention to that, right? Now, in their quest to the present, the most attention grabbing and groundbreaking news, the media sometimes loses its way to succumbs to the global trend of the glorifying news. Now, they just want every media house is very particular and keen on getting the breaking news. They want that their channel should only present the breaking news, the best news should go from their channel only, right? And in this, okay, in this process, whatever they're doing is they're just degrading the quality day by day, right? The proper news, we are not getting the proper news. News has also become a source of entertainment or a joke kind of stuff for these people, right? Now, this is especially the case in the television where reports on crime and entertainment drawn, but more important news of the day, the stress not, right? What happens is they're telling us, they're giving us news about entertainment and crimes, it's fine, but they're not giving us news about the other important issues such as education, health. No. Have you seen any news channel discussing about, okay, we knew that corona first wave gone, second wave gone, we knew this is a problem, and we knew that we are short of medical personnel and medical infrastructure. We were aware of it after first corona only, right?
Yes, ma'am.
People donated as well. In lakhs of crores, people have donated in the PM Care Fund. But do you think that the government has taken some steps to improve the infrastructure, improve the medical facility? What do you think? If the cases will rise the way they have rises during the first wave of corona, during the second wave of corona, if this time also during Omicron, if the cases rise like that, do you think our country is prepared with the medical facility? What do you think? Do you think our country is prepared with the medical facility to treat with it? Open your mic, Sushant, then speak. No. Our country still do not have medical personnel. Our country still do not have the required medical infrastructure, which is very much needed, right? We are still lacking in that, right? So this is especially the case in television. Now the stress on glitzy facts and bite-sized news reports. Now they are focusing on presenting a news in very effective manner, right? And they try to give it in small points. They used to give bullets, headlines only, and after they are just debating. Not proper discussion is not happening on news, right? So all these things leaves no time for serious and in-depth discussion on the issues that actually matter, right? They're not able to focus on the issues which